Yes, I'm updating the patient's files now. How about you? Do you have any new plans for tonight? Don't you have a grudge list? Write this one down and I'll think of a way to compensate you after I commit enough offenses. Shall we go eat in the garden? You're very familiar with this place. I'm wondering if there's a place you don't know. Well, there might be monsters lurking nearby. I leave it to you then. Number 1 hunter in Lincoln City.
It's not your fault. She's fine. Don't worry. You insist on living. I'm all right. What are you doing here? I remember you mentioned last night how hard you worked the last few days and wanted to sleep until the sun sets. What nightmare made you so scared that you came to me? What is it? Would even the best hunter in Lincoln City have such nightmares? you still scared? I dreamt that you were defeated by monsters and cried non-stop in my office. I don't remember. I'm not afraid of nightmares. You will. While I am not a neurologist, I do know the answer to that question. Is that why you bought this tea? It's not bad. And I added some sugar. Judging by the ingredients, it's just ordinary green tea. Polyphenols can't promote sleep. They can, however, refresh our spirit. This must be one of those items you bought online after seeing some ads. What's the best course of treatment? I suppose anything can be passed off as good advice. I'm a medical expert as well. I say it's not worth it. Now what? Are you going to hypnotize me? Every sleep app uses the sounds of ocean waves for hypnosis and meditation. So your hypnosis didn't seem to work on yourself. No. I dreamt about a horde of wanderers. You were the one fighting off monsters in my dream.
Perhaps it's because I heard a voice tell me. She will always be here. When I woke up, that girl was still holding my hand. You were the one who protected me in my dream. So, number one hunter in Lincoln City, would you like to try sleeping under my protection? You can sleep now. I'm here. I will always be here.